Hi guys, I'm back with another video, and I wanted to bring out the top 5 signs that people really aren't the best to have in your life. Or let me find a decent way to word this. The top 5 signs that you've directly let in people that have directly disrespected you. Okay, so we're talking about the type of people who will eventually betray you. They disrespect you from beginning to end. So I'm just going to jump right into it. So my main profession, I am a chef, and there's someone at my job who's always been, well, a few people, always been trying to debunk that I'm not a real chef or I don't know what I'm doing, but, I have grades and I have pictures to prove that I cater events. So, needless to say, what they say to me doesn't mean nothing. So before I get into it, I want you guys to understand there's 1,000 different ways, and as chefs, you know what I'm talking about, to cook different items. Now, when it comes to grits and stuff, I've never cooked it the way they did it, and then I'm really short. I'm only 40. I'm only not 40. I'm only 4'5". So, it's a struggle sometimes cooking over that big kettle. So, really, to be honest with you, I've only cooked grits and stuff over the stove or in the steamer. It varies from school and to different establishments. Some establishments, I've steamed the grits off. Other establishments, I've cooked the grits or cream of wheat over the stovetop in a pot bigger than me. Yeah. So, really, whatever the case is, this person wanted to debunk, and this person and a few of his friends. Yeah, this is the supervisor, guys, I mentioned in my other video. The supervisor that wants to talk like he's Master Chef, that ain't garbage. Okay, really. So, this individual said to me, so how do you not know how to cook grits? How do you not know how to do this? And I'm sitting up there and I'm looking at him like he's stupid, because, again, not only was this my probationary period, I was new. I was there for a couple of weeks, like maybe a week and a half even. And here this person is talking nonsense to me because, like I said, it's kind of hard for me to get over that kettle, kind of stir with it. So, yeah, it's a struggle. Like, if you guys saw the kettle, you know what I'm talking about. I literally have to get a step stool, and the step stool still ain't tall enough. Matter of fact, they don't even want me on it because they're afraid that I might arch the wrong way and fall in. So, that tells you something right there. But, whatever the case is, my coworker, he goes, hey, I was just messing with you. He really wasn't messing with me. That's what type of person he is. He's low down, he's sneaky, he's two-faced, and he's a switch-up nigga. He's that nigga that wanted to be cool back in high school. That was. And I know that because that's what he told me out of his own mouth. Girls didn't mess with him when he was a nerd and didn't watch anime. So he had to change his ways and fit in with the crowd that he don't even belong to. I'm saying that because it's funny to me and it's also pathetic when people do stuff like that. But we'll do a whole new YouTube story on people who change their ways to fit in another time. So back to what I was saying. That was just number one. That was a direct taunting or comment. He made it like a joke, but he wasn't. Okay, watch the small stuff. Don't just watch the big stuff that people say. It shouldn't take the big stuff. The big stuff is a build up over time from the little stuff that they say to you. Okay, watch it, really. So the next thing is the back and forth wanting to befriend you and then insult you when they're mad. So this is number 2. So I'm going to give you an example of him befriending me, insulting me, and then befriending me, insulting me, and then befriending me again. So I already did the insulting, so let's do the befriending first. So befriending, right? So I caught myself, I didn't want to deal with him. I had reported sexual harassment at work, and so he called himself angry because I reported his friend, and his friend cried wolf that she didn't do anything to me. You know, if you don't talk about my woman parts in a disgusting way, we already have men that do this to women, that objectify or make other women look disgusting. Please, if you talking about me like this, you can't expect me to not take this to corporate. This is disgusting, and I just want to work and pay my bills like everyone else. This is very disgusting and awful behavior, and as a woman, I shouldn't have to deal with that, and I don't have to take it, and I wasn't going to take it. That's all I'm saying. He was angry at me, so he actually stopped talking to me because her mutual friends and his mutual friend were like, she didn't say that, she didn't do this, but y'all were just laughing a few days ago in the girls' locker room. He wasn't in there, but the other ladies were. Y'all were just laughing. Y'all thought it was funny. Here he goes, and as a man, first of all, this is disgusting as a man. You know what? Let me make this number 2. As a man, for him to jump into that, seeing how it was a woman's situation and it's women drama, that's number 2, my sign when it comes to people like him. As a matter of fact, anybody who jumps in drama and takes a side in drama that they know nothing about, but him as a man is even more disgusting. So, number 3, we're going to make the insulting befriending again. So, the befriending was, I got in my head, I don't want to talk to him anymore. I don't care. Whatever. He decided he was going to start asking me stuff, getting to know me and trying to be cool or whatever. I really honestly feel like that part of that might have been our boss's doing. I'm not sure, so I'm not going to comment on that. But for whatever the case is, or he could have been doing it for them whack females. Or he could have been doing it because he wanted to. Because I did feel like he only talked to me when they weren't, really around. And part of me is saying that he couldn't, like, they were on that pick a side stuff. So they were on that pick a side stuff with him. So he couldn't be my friend or acquaintance and be a friend or acquaintance with them. So he had to pick a side. Let me see. Which is very childish. You're the supervisor. You're in your 30s. You what, 32, 33? Grow up, old man. Seriously. So him befriending me, trying to get to know me and stuff and all this other stuff. Then, when I'm being harassed and I'm reporting somebody, then it's in the drama again and insulting me, whatever he can, or being rude and finding excuses to be rude to me and attack my character in general. Just disgusting. Then trying to befriend me. Now, the signs that he were trying to attack my character were how he would say slick things to me and you find excuses to basically come up with warnings and stuff, and he would say they were from my boss. At the time, I believed him, but he's a supervisor. I know now that he has that authority that, people weren't telling me things back then. I had to go to corporate to find out certain things. And the befriending again, we already know and don't have to get back into it. People just start talking to you and being nice. I'm sorry, even if it was a chance that he was just getting over that, I'm not a fan of people trying to be friends with me at work at this point. I don't want to be your friend if I work with you. Fudge you. If you were genuine to me from the start and we're cool, fine. We can still talk, but all of that falling out and beefing and stuff, I'm not interested in being friends with anyone. Sorry, y'all. Excuse my stuff. I'm actually throwing stuff out and having a sale. So my stuff is all over the floor over there. I'm buying a bunch of new stuff for the winter and getting rid of the stuff that I haven't worn in like 2 years, 1 year. So whatever the case is, that's what I was saying. Sign number 4. When the person sees that you're about your accomplishments and they're not happy for you. So I mentioned this in my other video. And in my other video, I mentioned how he wanted to discredit the fact that my face was on a flyer. Now, granted, again, I'm not going to let that make my future, because holding on to that one little achievement, that doesn't make my future. As a chef, I have to continue to grow, and I have to continue to advance and work hard if I want to be respected in this industry. This is not a case where I can just have that and that be my backbone for the rest of my life. So to people like him who are small-minded, they're trying to find ways to debunk that and tear that down. So he saw my face on the flyer and he was envious. So envy, the sign of envy here on number 4 is how he went to diss me getting that event. And that event was, to my face, it was, oh yeah, that's cool. You don't want to disappoint that chef. And so behind my back is, how did she get that? How does she deserve that? What did she do to get this? Like, who would give her that? Bro, who gave you anything? Do you cater on the side? Seriously. Like, I'm sorry, that as a chef, that my pride, I take pride in what I do. It's not about, it's about, I don't understand. Sorry, y'all, I got cut off last video. So what I was saying was, I don't understand why other black people want to tear other black people down. You should be happy that I succeeded. I have a podcast on Anchor. I touched on something similar to that too. Part of his antics and shenanigans. And I said, basically, there's something similar. I can't remember exactly what I said. But the point is, instead of coming together and working together, you want to insult me and debunk my achievements. That's a shame. What if it was the shoe was on the other foot one day? And stuff happens like this in life. I've seen it. Where one minute the ball will be in your court, the next minute the shoe will be on the other foot, and the other person is the person who says whether you stay or go. So really, I want y'all to really think about how y'all treat people. Like, if you've not treated people right at your jobs and stuff, think about it. You never know who might have the shoe on that you have on today. Okay? Here today, gone tomorrow, sweetie. So, my 5th and final sign. This sign is, like I said, he already threw some shade, but this is not even just shade. This is the final sign where, I should have seen it from the beginning, because when I first started there, he didn't really like me. To be honest, he never really respected me. One day he saw me coming out of the girls' locker room in my regular clothes. I had on some belly jeans, out on a belly top, and my unicorn slippers, and a jean jacket. And all of a sudden, he went from being a dick. He held the elevator and everything. I like your hair. And I like your unicorn slippers. You see? Bullshit. That was never respect. That might have been, okay, it could have been, I'm asleep with this one. It could have been, oh, okay, she's cute. Oh. So there's no respect there. So that should have been a sign. Because he complimented, his compliments were kind of half-assed the way I like, because I did the omelets for breakfast for a while. His compliments were kind of half-assed about how I did the omelets and stuff, and how, I was starting out. And his joking with me, everything seemed fake. I had every sign that things were fake or not real. So part of it is on me. So just watch people. Now, even though it's number 5, it should have been number 1. That's the top sign. So I want you guys to understand, when people do stuff like this, especially if you're a woman working at an establishment, especially all my chefs, I know there's other sexy chefs out there, other attractive, beautiful women. Understand, these men do not respect you. I just tried to be friends with the thing. And yes, I'm calling him a thing. I just tried to be friends and be cool with the thing. And for whatever reason, the thing is booty hurt. Well, not for whatever reason. I'm going to keep saying it. I did go to corporate. Not on him, on somebody else. But because he's a big supervisor, when you get stuff like what happened to me going on, all type of crazy nonsense from multiple employees attacking another, corporate is going to get down on everybody that's a big boss there. And he was one of them. And he got down on it. Now he's mad. So, plain and simple, You know, now he wants to go for the gusto and attack my credibility. So just learn and just take people as who they are and watch everything they say to you. Have a blessed one, love.